Hi lovelies, this is Sheree from Divine Visions and I'm doing your energy check-in for the Twin Flames Soulmates for February, and we're going to first look at the Divine Masculine's energy, then get into the Divine Feminine's and see how their timelines are kind of matching up. They may or may not be, but we'll have a look at what's going on for each party. Now let's have a look first up using the Sacred Circle Tarot by Anna Franklin and Paul Mason. I want to see what's going on with the Divine Masculine with these cards first up, okay? So let's have a look at what's going on for the Divine Masculine's current energies, as well as their challenges, what action they might take towards the Divine Feminine. Yeah, all of that stuff. This is for the Divine Masculines. Okay, let's have a look first up where they are at. Now I'm going to be using my Divine Oracle as clarifiers, just to sort of give us more info. And I'll put those up here for now. All right. Okay, so let's have a look at the Divine Masculine's current energy for February, please. Okay, sorry, that's reversed. I've got to do it the other way. I keep doing it the wrong way. Okay, so Two of Wands, courage. Okay, this is somebody who is gaining the courage to move onto a path. Being reversed, it may show that he's building his courage. We're going to have a look at a clarifier for that right now. What is happening? Oh my God. This is so bizarre. This is the cards I created. Courage. Look at that. The lion, courage. Courage. Far out, mate. So this is showing that this Divine Masculine is seriously trying to build courage, perhaps to move towards the Divine Feminine. Okay, let's have another look at what's going on for him. Yeah, this could be a Divine Feminine who is a Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or they might have those star signs in other areas of their birth chart. Could be a moon sign, rising sign, or Venus sign. Either way, even if you don't resonate with that particular star sign, it's just showing that he's trying to move into or close towards gaining the courage to move towards his Divine Feminine. We have a Divine Feminine energy here. Also, based on his own energy, he's trying to find or get into this really strong, assertive energy, I feel, at the moment. So he's gaining his courage to perhaps communicate something assertively towards the Divine Feminine at this stage. Let's get a clarifier for that as well. Yeah, he's trying to trust in the process. He's trying to trust in his own logic, his own intuition here as well. His own imagination, see? It's like his thoughts. He's trying to get his thoughts together, trying to trust in his own thoughts about how to do this, how to move forward. Wow, that's amazing. So let's have a look at his current challenge right now. What shadow energy is he currently in? Well, this is someone who's very focused, very dedicated on their path. This may be something that he's finding hard to concentrate on right now. What's happening for him? Yeah, he has to purify his energies right now, see? He's trying to remain focused on a task, but it seems that there's other things that are getting in the way and blocking this for him. This is someone who's very dedicated to their path and very focused. They're able to use their skills that they have to make something manifest in their life. But it feels to me that he needs to clear some stuff from his life. Okay, so there's something getting in the way of him achieving this right now. What else do we have? Wow, the warrior. This is strength. This is once again courage, because this would normally represent strength in the traditional tarot, which is the Leo sign. But it also, once again, is talking about the lion, okay, courage. So, wow, this is amazing to me. Could be that your Divine Masculine is a Leo. You know, we've got this courage and we've got the Leo energy coming through. Twice now we've seen the symbol of like a lion, you know, coming through. And there's something, I don't know if that's a badger. I don't know if you call that one a badger. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's a badger. So something's badgering him, you know. It feels like he's really got something that keeps rearing its ugly head in his life that he's got to focus on. He has to focus on it, but he has to purify his energy. He's got to have the strength to do so. These are his challenges right now. He's got to see the guiding light. Some of them are really feeling, because we've got the candle here as well, illumination once again, but some of them are feeling that they can't see a way out, and they're hitting their head against a brick wall to try and make something happen a certain way. But it's not actually going to happen that way. So they need to look at something from a different angle, see the light at the end of the tunnel, really open their eyes to another avenue, another opportunity there for themselves, okay, to see how they can actually get this clarity with their thoughts as well, okay, in moving forward. Now let's see how are they viewing their divine feminine right now? How are the divine masculines viewing the divine feminine right now? So this is interesting. Now I don't remember which reading I did this for, but there's a reading I did where this was reversed once again, where the divine feminines, well, they saw her as just remaining stuck in her path, because the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Discs, represents a slow, methodical energy, someone planning, making plans and slowly moving and building towards their goal, okay? But being reversed, it shows that this is not necessarily moving forward. So the divine masculines are not, you know, the way they're seeing their divine feminine, they're not seeing her moving forward towards them right now. Wow, yeah, see, they do know and they do see that their divine feminine is either their soulmate or twin flame, but they're not seeing their soulmate or twin flame coming forward towards them right now. They're also seeing, we've got another disc, the Three of Discs, dedication, this is teamwork, that the divine feminines, some divine feminines that we're tuning into today, are not necessarily willing to work with the divine masculine right now. They're more moving their focus into their angels, the spirit realm. They're depending on their spiritual path rather than the practical side right now, or the physical realm. They're not moving towards the divine masculine. Some of them are not wanting to work towards the divine masculine or work with him, okay? A lot of them are moving towards their spiritual guidance right now, so their spiritual pathways, and that's what he's seeing, is that she's veering away from him. She's not necessarily connecting with him in the physical plane. She's really tuning into her own spirituality. So now let's have a look at what does your divine masculine want from you, divine feminine? What do they want from you? What do they want with you? So this is the Druid, which would be the Hierophant. This would be commitment, okay? So perhaps they want you to be committed to your own spiritual path anyway. But being reversed, it does show that some of you are perhaps not receiving answers. There might be a block there for you guys as well. Let's have a look what else this is about. What does he want? Yeah, see, the Hierophant also represents study, it's lessons, it's spiritual lessons. The divine masculines want you to see the higher lesson in something, okay? They want you to be committed to your life, to your higher purpose. Some of you may be misusing the spiritual path. It might be that you're trying to manifest things before their time, or you may be trying to force things to happen before they're ready to. It may be that you're doing spells, or, you know, it could be anything that you're trying to do or put out there to actually change the course of direction that's natural in this. Now, I don't know why the hell that's coming up, but it is. And some of you will resonate with that. Some of you will understand that the timelines are not matching up, and perhaps some of you are also, you know, some of you are not coming forward towards your divine masculine. You are definitely relying on your spiritual guides, your path, etc. But some of you may be misusing it, or maybe also getting too involved in what other spiritual teachers are telling you rather than following your own divine path and your higher guidance, your higher intuition, okay? That's part of it there, and that's what he wants you to do also, is trust in your own intuition. What else does he want? Yeah, he wants you to remove yourself from the heavy regret, if there's been any grief. Come out from that place of sadness and really pay attention to your own confidence and your attraction, your beauty. They want you to know how beautiful you are. Yeah, that's definitely something strong coming through, is that they want you to know how beautiful you are. Remind yourself how beautiful and attractive you really are. Some of you have lost confidence on your path, and, you know, perhaps feel that there's other things, or letting your control go to other people to tell you how things are going to be, rather than manifesting your own reality and creating your own reality. So they want you to really stay true to your own path, trust in your own higher guidance, still take the lessons along the way, and come out of this sadness and come into your own confident energy. Now, what action is the Divine Masculine taking towards the Divine Feminine this February? We've got the Ten of Wands, which is force, and this can be the end of a cycle where there's just this exhaustion and a feeling of needing to rest and recover. Let's see what this is in relation to here. Sweet dreams. So they definitely need to have a rest. The Divine Masculines need to take a break. They need to go into this rest period, okay? They need to focus on good things, because it's been a tough journey for some Divine Masculines as well. I feel like some of them are not necessarily going to come forward. They just want to collapse and just recover from something that they've been through. We've got the Hermit, okay? This is definitely some energy that's coming through where they've been through a huge journey emotionally, spiritually. They are trying to gain courage to come to the Divine Feminines, but at this time, they still need to go within and recover their energy. Wow, look, in this time of solitude, they're going to be thinking about you, okay? They're going to be reminiscing over the past memories here. We've got nostalgia. So they haven't forgotten the Divine Feminine. They're definitely in a space where they're really thinking about the Divine Feminine. And when I say Divine Feminine, I'm also talking about any feminine or masculine energies here, okay, regarding soulmates as well. So the Divine Feminine, they're thinking about the Divine Feminine. So what else? What other action? Yeah, once again, the High Priest is the Magician. They're trying to manifest things into their life, into the reality, regarding their personal relationships, sacred sexuality, their creativity. Once again, the courage is starting to be built within them. So it's a very slow process. It's a beginning phase for them, but I do feel like they are building their courage to move forward, but they just need to gain their energy, purify their energy like we saw before. After a long journey they're coming out of now. They're coming out of a long journey that they've been in regarding struggles, emotional, someone's been, perhaps it's a third party, been draining their energy, or there's just some kind of journey they've had to go through where they've really had to find themselves, okay? So let's have a look at a special message from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine. What does the Divine Masculine want to say to the Divine Feminine right now? Listen to your heart over what others say. So some Divine Feminines, once again, are turning to spiritual teachers, psychics, whatever it might be, or even family members or friends will give unsolicited advice. Unsolicited advice sometimes, you know, they're saying, listen to your heart over what others are telling you, because you need to trust in and follow your own intuition, your own feelings, okay? That's what's going on there. Let's get a spiritual message from the Goddess Guidance cards here. This is for the Divine Masculine. This is spirit guidance from the angels, the Ascended Masters, to the Divine Masculine. What does he need to know right now? He has to see the golden opportunity, okay, that lies in front of him. Important doors are opening up for him right now, so he needs to walk through them. And I feel like most of them, you know, perhaps will, because they are trying to gain their courage to move forward and leave a cycle that has been draining and has been challenging for them in their life. They are trying to move forward to the Divine Feminine. They just need a little bit more time to recover, but they are also being reminded by Spirit to see the golden opportunities that are awaiting them as well, and to walk through them, to recognize the signals, the signs that are coming there as well for them, okay? So let's go ahead now. Let's go and look at the Divine Feminine's energies. I just want to pull these out again. We're going to have a look at the Divine Feminine. What's going on for the Divine Feminine? The Divine Feminines. All right, so the Divine Feminine's current energy right now, please. So some of them in a very sad place. They are focusing on the past. They're focusing on sadness, perhaps what went wrong, okay, in their lives with their Divine Masculine. They're trying to seek out answers once again through the spiritual realms here. They're trying to find the answers. I keep hearing why. Why did this happen? Why me? Why did this have to happen the way it did? There's a sadness here. There's a trying to find the answers that they can't necessarily grasp or get from their Divine Masculine. So they're turning to spiritual helpers, they're turning to spiritual teachers, psychics, healers, that kind of thing, trying to find the answers in anything, the signs that they're seeing along the way. Maybe even in their dreams they're receiving some things right now as well, some messages. We've got the giving and receiving card reversed, so something shows that there's a block or an imbalance between the giving and receiving energy, so they do have a block right there right now. They're not really open to giving and receiving, and they're not trusting what they're seeing in their mind's eye right now. So that's part of that flow of energy, giving and receiving, the ebb and the flow, and it's showing that there's no flow right now. They're perhaps not wanting to see things for how they really are and what's going on in their connection right now. They just want to close down and sort of a little bit in denial, you know, here as well for some Divine Feminines. Let's have a look at another card. We've got the solar plexus chakra, which is personal power. It's the willpower. It's your confidence. And we're seeing a higher calling. So they are feeling that pull from spirit to tune in, okay, to spirit. Not necessarily at the signs that they perhaps are confused with or want to see or are trying to manifest in their reality, even on a subconscious level, but they're actually being pulled to receiving this higher guidance from spirit. And it's not necessarily regarding answers to their soulmate or twin flame connection. It's more about them being aligned on their own path and why they're here. Okay, so some of them are being confused and there is this conflict of energies. They're being pulled in a certain direction. They know on a deeper level they're being pulled to learn or to grasp this concept, this knowledge of a higher purpose as to why they're here. But some of them are very stuck in the 3D, still trying to analyze and work through why this happened. Why was there a breakup? Why did this come about the way it did, you know? And so some of them are very stuck in that. They don't want to see the higher calling. They don't want to follow another path. They just kind of want to get the information and the answers that will make them feel a lot better in their path. So a lot of them have to realize that they have to come to that realization of where they're doing that, okay? Some people will go through all these psychics on YouTube or go to psychics in person and will only feel better when they're being told certain things that fit into their criteria, you know what I mean, regarding the connection. And they won't want to hear or see other outcomes. So it's just about being open to whatever will be, letting the flow happen. Because a higher calling, the spirit guides want to assist the Divine Feminines right now. There's something that they're doing, that they're closing off to the actual higher knowledge, the higher wisdom here. So what is the challenge that the Divine Feminines face right now? Wow, challenging times regarding expressing their true feelings, okay? There's something that's going on with them. There's some anger. There's a wanting to lash out. There's a giving a silent treatment even. Some of them are doing that as well. And some of them are finding it really hard to speak up. There's a passive energy there as well. There's a passive-aggressive energy going on there. We've got well-deserved reward, which is the solo path, someone working hard on themselves. But being reversed, it shows me that perhaps the Divine Feminines are finding this very difficult to actually work on themselves. I mean, now, when I say this, there has been a lot of work done on yourselves, but it's gotten to a point, okay? Then some of you just want to sit back and wait and observe now. Okay, I've done enough. I'm going to sit back and wait and see what happens with my Divine Masculine. They're not putting all the attention and energy that they need to into themselves, okay? And that's where that's going wrong. That's why they're not seeing results right now. Because they're getting so far on their journey and then deciding, okay, I've done enough. I'm just going to sit back and wait and see now what happens. And they're perhaps getting upset about this because they're also not able to assert or express themselves their true feelings. It feels like there's a lot the divine feminines are still holding inside themselves. They're not revealing, they're not being true perhaps to themselves here. Yeah, we've got not reaching out, see? In the 3D, they're not reaching out to the divine masculine like we saw before. He saw that they're sort of sitting back stuck. And they're sitting back paying attention to signs that only they want to see. It's like they think, okay, 11:11. And if they see the 11:11, then instantly that's a sign, which it can be, right? I'm not saying I'm discounting it, but it's just if it's in your mind already that you're going to see butterflies or you're going to see this or that, and every time you see it, it means this. It's kind of like setting yourself up to just, you know, it's not allowing the flow of the universe to bring in different signs for you. You've got to pay attention to the signs that are coming in that are not necessarily going to be because a reader has said, okay, if you see this sign, it's definitely going to be for you at that time, you know. And I know it sounds like a contradiction because there's times where I have even said in my own readings, you know, seeing these signs can mean this and that. So it can be very confusing for some of the divine feminines. But what I'm talking about and what I'm channeling into is particular divine feminines who are sitting there and expecting that every time they might see something like that, that it means this, okay? And they're kind of like closing down to other things that the universe want to bring in for them. That could be a sign for them. They're becoming narrow-minded. It's like that tunnel vision to only see those particular things. So the universe is saying, we've got a higher calling for you. This is why you're going around this cycle, right, of sadness and not getting far on your journey because you're only working so much on yourself and then sitting back, holding back from the divine masculine and only reaching out through your spiritual path through things that are going to just confirm for you what you want to hear at the time. And I know this sounds like, you know, this sounds like a tough love bloody series because this is really full on coming through. But it's almost like some people that are going to watch this today need to hear this, you know, open your mind to other things. So how are you viewing the divine masculine right now, divine feminines? You're seeing that he's trying to master his heart, trying to break free from something right now. It could be his shadow self, things that are tying him down. Yeah, he's questioning who is loyal to him in his life, who is true. What is his true path here? This is how you're seeing him, is that he's questioning loyalty around him. It could even be within this connection. He may have some trust issues. He may be trying to follow the true path, you know, in life. And break away from addictions and certain connections with people. Success and growth means that this is fast action. It means that being reversed, you're seeing that he's not doing this in a fast way. He's not doing this in a fast fashion. We've got the Scorpio energy coming through. This is also the Capricorn, but this could also be Scorpio. For any of you talking or thinking about someone who is a Scorpio or Capricorn, that could be a significant message for you guys, or if you are one of those. But what I see here is how you're viewing him is that he's very passionate, he's very sexual, he's independent. There is this, you know, perhaps he's got himself into a connection with someone where it's just sexual. It could just be a karmic partner where there's just this physical kind of connection. There's nothing really deep. There's no depth to it, perhaps. You know, this might be how you're seeing things, that he may be escaping through sexual connections with people where it's not meaningful, that kind of thing as well. So what do you want from your divine masculine? What does the divine feminine want with the divine masculine? You want him to release himself. You want him to transform his life himself. You want him to let go of the old and to embrace the new, right? Yes, definitely. Look, completion. You want him to come to the end of the cycle with something and to be reborn again. It's almost like you want this fresh start. You want a new divine masculine. You want him to release all the burdens in the past that he's had to carry, all his baggage, and come to this point of completion within himself to be renewed. And then we've got the crown chakra. You want him to get this clarity. You want him to have this higher guidance to come in where he's clear about what he wants. You want him to stay focused on his true path, which is with you as well, you know. What else you want is for him to remove the darkest fears, his anxiety, the fact that he stays in his mind over his heart. that's something you really want. You want him to speak his truth. And I mean, he's coming to the point where he's getting into the courage right now to come forward to the divine feminines and express his truth. But this is what you want. You want him to speak his truth, not from fear-based shit anymore, but from a truth, you know, to be exposed, to be vulnerable, to be raw, to be truthful and real with you. Now, what is the action you're going to take towards your divine masculine? Well, we've got the Seven of Cups reversed, daydreams and decisions. Some of you are overwhelmed by all the decisions that you need to make, or that there's available, you know, what is available to you. I feel like some of you are not seeing clearly right now. This can be illusions as well. We've got the Make-A-Wish. Once again, you're not seeing clearly. You're not feeling this very clearly right now. You're just trying to... Some of you are really drowning in your emotions and not seeing it clearly. You don't have that intuition just yet. So you're relying on the higher powers to come in and give a miracle to this. You know, this is what you're wanting. Yeah, emotional energy. Once again, it's the Six of Cups, which is nostalgia. It's wanting to have this return. You know, you want this love returned. You want to visualize your dreams into reality through making a wish. So you don't want to have to make the decision to be in control fully about making this come about. You obviously want your divine masculine to really take the reins with a lot of this, but you're definitely wanting the universe to bring this together as well. Okay, that's what you want. That's what the divine feminines are going to do. That's their action. They're going to sit back and still really rely on the divine to bring this together. Okay, but they've got to realize they've also got to make some changes in their own life as well as to how they're approaching this. Now, let's see what message you want to tell your divine masculine for this month. What message do you have for them? What do the divine feminines want to tell the divine masculine this month? Well, you want him to know that he is the one. You might not necessarily be projecting that kind of, or putting it out there, that kind of message to him right now. I think some of the divine masculines might feel that you are unapproachable. You know, some of them might feel that towards some of the divine feminines, but you want him to know that he is the one. You're not necessarily going out there looking for anyone else. A lot of you are not doing that. So let's have a look at your spirit message, divine feminines, from the spirit angels, ascended masters. What is your spiritual message right now? So you're being asked to get into the arts, express yourself through creative activities. Some of you are, as we saw before, stuck in that Five of Cups energy of regret or grief or sadness, stuck on a path where you're only able to see certain things, or putting your focus and attention onto certain things that you want to manifest in your life in a certain way. And some of you are trying to find the courage to express your truth as well, but it may be coming out as passive aggressive. So what the spirit family, you know, your spirit family, spirit guides, divine higher beings are telling you is to get yourself into creative arts, creative activities. It could be drawing, it could be writing, it could be, creating something. It could be dancing, it could be making music, it could be attending to a garden. Whatever it is, there's always a creative way to do things. You could be doing something in the kitchen, making something up, cooking, baking, whatever. You know, whatever this is, they're asking you to put your energy into that right now, because when you're able to channel your energy into that, you're going to open up a lot more within yourself. You're going to open up. You're going to not have those blocks so much. You're not going to be focused on all these things you're focusing on right now. You'll be able to feel gratitude and be really happy and channel this creative power into something that you can actually bring into the physical and feel proud of, you know, and it's just beautiful. You'll be able to share it with others as well. So a lot of you need to channel your energy in the right direction. That's all that's about right now for you guys this February. So I really hope that's helped a lot of you. I know there's been some tough messages in there. But yeah, as usual, I look forward to connecting with you next time, and love and blessings.